So what I'm trying to do is get all the achievements today. Boom. Fucking jump stab. Jump and then you stab. I thought I missed her for a second. Okay, whatever achievements do I need to get? Can't get that one. Okay, I think I got it. There we go. Gotta find out where the turtle is. Alright, I was looking at my phone for a little bit. I'm gonna look at the achievements. Apparently you have to beat this game 5 times to get the max off the max stamina. Whenever I see one of these, I'm gotta pray at it. And you have the one getting the gameplay on their this gameplay under on hard mode under 5 hours. Now I won't be able to do that because this gameplay is a lot longer than that. But the next gameplay I can do it, and then I can also get my next achievement too. I think I pissed it off. Well, now I'm trying to get the achievement of get my health to stamina max, and the only way to do that is to kill Colossus. And yeah, that's basically it. Get lizards and fruit trees. Now this is hard mode, so this sword makes everything 10 times easier. Oh, I fell off again. Oh well. This ain't no time attack.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Fallout 76 video, and today I'm going to be some past videos because a lot of people don't think glitches work that actually do, so I'm going to get into that. So if you guys do want to enjoy the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. Alright everybody, so to keep this video more organized, I am going to sort of categorize each glitch and kind of separate them into their own category. Now, if you do want to actually skip ahead in the video, if you don't want to see a certain glitch, I am going to be putting timestamps in the description. Now, the first thing I'm going to be starting off with is showing you guys which glitches were patched, because a lot of people put patched on my videos that aren't actually patched, and there's just some confusion going around on which glitches are actually patched. Alright, so first things first, I do want to go ahead and get these glitches out of the way just because they have been out the longest and Bethesda has yet to patch these. So the first one I'm showing you right here is how you can actually get your stash to an unlimited amount of weight so you can store whatever you want to in there. So for this, you will need to go into your defenses tab, and you will...
All I ever wanted was to belong. What if I told you there's a school where you'd be surrounded by your peers, master the deadly arts?
The artillery plan. So you can get that plan through completing the Brotherhood of Steel quest, or you can get them at the Watoga Shopping Plaza. Now, what you gotta do is just go ahead and place down that artillery piece and go ahead and exit your workshop mode. Now that you have that, you will notice that there is a artillery smoke grenade box right next to it, and you can put items in that. At this point, this is where you are going to want to put any item in there that you don't want on your person anymore and you want in your stash. One thing I should mention is that if you ever want to store power armor, once you go over 600, and you cannot place them in the artillery thing, so you won't be able to actually store any power armor in your actual stash unless you go back below the 600 mark. Once you have all those items in there, you are going to want head back into your workshop mode and go ahead and store this artillery piece. Do not scrap it. You want to make sure that you are storing it. And you will notice once you store that item, every item inside of there will be stored to your actual stash. No matter how much it was, it will go over the actual required amount. So the limit is 60. As you can see, I have almost 1,000 in here. It's a pretty useful glitch, but I wouldn't go too overboard with this because it can cause server instability. The next glitch is pretty similar. It is a unlimited carry weight glitch, so rather than having it in your stash, you can have unlimited items on your person. Now, as you can see, I am overcumbered a lot, so what you gotta do is just get any deep pocketed piece of armor. It does not matter what kind of armor it is, it just has to be pocketed for the glitch to work. So, as you can see, I'm overcumbered, but to actually do the glitch, all you have to do is just spam the equip button for the piece of armor that is pocketed, and you will notice that your weight will begin to actually go down. Now, that may be kind of concerning to you because you're like, well, that doesn't really make sense, but once it goes into the negative, it actually glitches the game out, and you will be able to run now, and your kind of carry weight number doesn't really matter anymore. Let me just remind you guys, do not go too overboard with this glitch because when you are carrying thousands of items on you like that, it is weighing down the server and slowing things down. So just use this whenever you need to get to your camp and you're overcumbered or something like that, or for small periods of time. Alright, so to do this glitch is pretty simple. You just gotta look for the event BattleBot, and it is located at the Mount Blair train yard, kind of in the dark left corner of the map. But once you have found that event, all you gotta do is just go up here, and you're gonna want to go ahead and kill this Sentry bot, and he's going to be dropping some security protocols you can go ahead and pick up. But once he is dead, it's going to progress that event, and now you have to actually go and retrieve 2 key cards. Those 2 key cards can be found over here at this shed with these blue doors. Now, normally these doors do not actually open, but when this quest is done, they will open for you, and inside there are going to be 2 Mr. Gutsies. Now, on these 2 Mr. Gutsies, you are going to want to go ahead and kill them and pick up their key codes. One is the beta and one is the alpha, and these 2 key codes are going to be used to actually activate these keypads right over here. Now, these can be a little bit tricky, but you go on ahead and press 1, run before the time limit is over, and activate the other key card. Once you have activated both of the key cards, it will then ask you to go ahead and activate the master shutdown switch. Now, this is where the glitch is actually used. For this, you want to actually spam that activate button on the master shutdown switch, and when you actually spam that, it is going to give you an award for every time it is pressed. So if you press the button 8 times, it's going to give you 8 times the reward you would normally get, or if you are on PC, you can actually set up a macro for your keyboard or mouse, and when you go and press that activate button, you can have it set to where it can press that button over 100 times per second, so you can guys really see how fast this XP and caps glitch can actually really work for you. I have a button set on my mouse to actually use the macro, and when you use a macro, you can get easily over 3,000 bottle caps a turn. Now, sometimes it can glitch out and you don't really get too many. As you can see, this time I only got about 1,000 bottle caps and about 1 level up worth of XP, and I'm level about 94, but still, that's still a ton of XP for the amount of time this actually takes. So this glitch can either be done with a friend or by yourself solo, so for the sake of the video, I'm going to be going ahead and doing it solo. So for this glitch, all you need is 300 cloth, 300 leather, and 600 steel scrap, and what you're going to be actually doing with these is crafting armor. Now, since we are doing this glitch solo, you want to make sure your armor workbench is close to some container that is in the world that is not part of your camp. It can't be part of your camp or part of someone else's camp. So you are going to want to place your camp near some sort of village, settlement, or whatever. Any place that is going to have containers in it will work. So for this location, I actually used that dried up lake, and this area is actually pretty good because you can place your workshop super close to one of the containers, and this is actually pretty good because it is all about timing once you have actually done the next step that I'm about to cover. From this point, you're going to go into your armor workbench and go to the armor tab, so you can go ahead and craft some leather left arms, leather left legs, left right arms. It doesn't really matter, but these are going to require the least amount of materials. So you're going to be wanting to craft 300 of these, because what it's actually doing is, by crafting 300 pieces of armor, it's making the server really laggy, and it's going to actually end up disconnecting for you. Once you have crafted the 300 pieces of armor, the timer has started ticking, so you want to hurry to your container before you disconnect. Now, since the location I found that was really close, I actually had plenty of time to do this, but sometimes the game will disconnect before you even have time to actually go in there and put your items in. So just for the sake of video, I went and put some Halloween candy and some 45 rounds in there. But this works for pretty much any item in the game except for power armor chassis. You can duplicate power armor, just not power armor chassis. Now this is where you play the waiting game. From now on, you want to wait until you get disconnected from the server. This can be right after you do this, or 5 minutes after you do this, but it does range, and sometimes it can take a little bit. One thing you do need to do, I should have mentioned this before, but before you actually do the glitch, go to your recent players and sort of look through all the recent players and kind of know which ones are actually in this game, because you are going to have to load into someone from this screen so you can actually load back into the same server that you left. Now, there's two strategies to this. You can go ahead and just look at everybody that is in their server, or you can go ahead and send a few friend requests out to people, and hopefully they respond to your friend request and like add you as a friend, so then you can go ahead and join back onto them and get into the same server. But once your game has finally disconnected, for me it took a while, but you will have to go back into your social tab and look at who was in your game and join off.
The difference between you and me is I seize the moment and you with that foolery. Shine like the jewelry. Hit him like boom, what you gon' do to me? But you won't ever beat me, and I'll be out so fast that you won't ever meet me. Don't hate it, I'm the greatest. Think it's luck, bro. You see me out in Vegas, it's no opposition. Myself is the only competition. So slim, bow, bam, boom. The king is here, make some damn boom. Now that's how you change the game. Aye. That's how you change the game. Now that's how you change the game. Aye. That's how you change the game. And start with a little bit of be great, then it's something I want. Like you, bow, bam, boom. That's how you change the game. So slim, bow, bam, boom. The king is here, make some damn boom. Now that's how you change the game. Aye. That's how you change the game. Man, start with a little bit of like you, bow, slam, boom. That's how you change the game. Now that's how you change the game.
Off of them, and once you are back in that same exact game, when you look in your inventory, you will see that those items that you put in that container are back in your inventory. From this point, just run back over to the container that you did fast as possible, just because someone can't come here and take them, and get your items back, and those items will now have doubled. The nice thing about this glitch is once you have collected all of those materials and you have crafted all of those leather arms, when you go back to your inventory, those leather arms will have been deleted and your materials will be back in your inventory, so you don't have to go regather those same exact materials. You can go ahead and just recycle and do this glitch as many times as you need to. So this glitch is going to allow you to launch nukes super quickly, less than 5 minutes, or if you can do it the second method I have, that if you have a jetpack you can launch it in under 2 minutes. This can be done at any bunker, and all you need is a power armor chassis. So just get your chassis, hop up on this shelf right here, kind of get it to where it's in the green, and just move your mouse around a lot, and the power armor will actually glitch up in the ceiling. So once it's here, you'll kind of see a foot popping out or something like that. Go ahead and enter the piece of power armor, and you will now have breached through the wall, and now you're kind of outside of the map. From this point, if you're going to do it the first method, if you do not have a jetpack on your power armor, you're going to want to go ahead and get back out of your power armor. The reason for this is because you're going to need your power armor later in this glitch, and it's kind of hard to place down later, so you don't really want to have to worry about having to get out of your power armor and, getting back in it, because that is a chance you could actually mess up the glitch. But kind of just go where I go, get on these like little cross beams. Anywhere in the clear that you guys can see, you will fall through and you will go back into the map, or you will fall out of the map. Either way is both bad, and you will have to restart. But once you get to this little tunnel, go ahead and run and jump, and you will now kind of just stand on these like yellow pipes, because these are the only things that are solid above you. Be careful when you're going underneath these buildings, because as you saw right there, I just jumped, I hit the top of the building, and it almost knocked me off the tunnel. So kind of take it slow through here if it is one of your first times, if you're not that good at it. But once you get better at it, you can just completely just run through these and do it super quickly. Keep in mind that if you get further into here and you actually fail the glitch by falling back into the map, it is going to kind of mess up your stuff, and you will have to quit the game and load back into a new server, because it'll be the missions will be glitched out and you won't be able to get past the laser grid walls. But once you get to this part, you'll see some boxes. Go ahead and hop on this like little green arch, run and jump onto this next building that you see, and you're going to want to head and scale this building just like we did in the first one. So now, go to this corner, take a left. It doesn't really matter which way you go, just make sure that you get to the edge to where you can be able to jump back onto this tunnel. This can be a tricky jump, but just make sure you run and jump on the green little support beams because those are the only things that are going to be solid. And if you do start to slip, just keep jumping and you should make your way back up onto the top. Keep scaling these pipes and go straight and you will see this room above you. Now, this is the point you want to go ahead and use your power armor again. What we are actually going to be doing here is hopping onto one of these arches and getting out our power armor. And if you jump through this floor here and place your power armor, it is going to allow you to place it on the floor in this like little room above you. Once you enter the power armor, it'll glitch you through the wall, and now we will be back up in this room right here, and boom, you are safe to go, and this door through here is going to be giving you access to the control room, and from here, it's just like launching a normal nuke. Go to the master terminal, initiate the launch sequence, and go from there. Now, if you have a jetpack mod on your power armor, you can completely skip all those steps I just showed you. You still are going to have to wall breach, but once you've done that, stay in your power armor and go ahead and scale the same wall that I told you about before. Kind of make sure you don't fall in. It is a little bit harder to actually do this glitch with power armor because when you run over these little arches right here that are blue, it really glitches out, and if you do go too fast, it can knock you off. But from this point, you're going to want to run and jump and use your jetpack to actually fly up and actually land through the roof of this little building right here. Go ahead and take a left, go through some doors, and you will see, boom, you're back in the control room. As you can see, that is way faster than going around, but not everybody has a jetpack, so I feel like I would show the first one as well too. This next glitch really isn't the most helpful one, but I am still going to show it just because I've been getting a ton of comments, people telling me that this is happening to them and asking me what is happening. So this glitch is actually going to allow you to duplicate any item that is in your camp that is stored. So if you have power armor, workbenches, any type of workbench, stashes, any type of building structures, those can actually be duplicated. So as you guys can see, keep track of the amount of items that I'm placing down. As you see, I have about 4 armor workbenches and about 1 of each of every other workbench. Now, how this glitch actually works is once all those items are in your stored tab, go ahead and fast travel to a new location.
Hi, I'm here for the escape room.
It's like a real life video game. You just have to escape before the clock runs out.
Well, what happens if you don't?
Who would do this? Come on! Escape room, rated PG-13.
Once at that new location, go ahead and place your camp down again and go to your stored items, and you will see those items will have duplicated. It's not going to be every item, it just glitches a few of them out. As you can see, I actually got 1 more of the armor workbenches. Now, you can get it to where it'll duplicate every single item, but it is kind of random. This glitch actually came up whenever Bethesda was trying to patch the duplication glitch, and they accidentally created this one. So that is what's happening to you guys. So for the remainder of the video, I am going to be telling you guys the glitches that were patched in Bethesda's recent hotfixes and patches for the game that just came out a few days ago. Now, hopefully this will kind of settle some of the confusion, but the first glitch that I'm going to be talking about is actually a glitch that I posted and got pretty much patched the same exact day. And this is the power armor duplication glitch, the one that sort of involved using a portable fuel tank to actually duplicate your power armor. This glitch was patched pretty much the same day I posted it. The next glitch that was patched was that artillery duplication glitch that was used a few days ago, the one where you actually had your friend just go ahead and take those items out after you left the game. Now, that was patched pretty much the same day I uploaded it as well, but it really doesn't matter because we have a new duplication glitch out, so I know you guys really don't care that much about that as well. But the final thing I do want to address is server hopping. Now, server hopping was nerfed, but it wasn't nerfed to the point where it is no longer existent, but it is nerfed to the point where it kind of negates the uses of bottle cap stash runs, exploits like that, because it's so nerfed to the point where really it's not even that useful now. The process is so much slower at this point, you may as well go ahead and duplicate some Nuka-Colas and just open them up to get some caps. But other than that, those are pretty much all the glitches I have to talk about, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. There is a patch coming out tomorrow for PC, and I believe the console is the next day after that as well. I may be wrong about that, but there are updates coming for Fallout 76 that are going to be adding in a ton of new features and bug fixes and everything like that. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video or just found it helpful. If at any point in this video you did, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
This guy would be so easy to kill. This guy's about to die really fast. Okay. So apparently the Queen Sword does not kill in one hit, apparently. What's up? Dude, I'm tired. I'm getting off of here like after this cutscene. I'm tired. I woke up like freaking 6 o'clock in the morning today. And I work third shift. It's weird. Okay, they don't even care. Kill it. Boom! Got them all. Well, you just automatically better now. Okay, okay. A horse recovers faster than me. I have to sit here for like ever. Send the fucking arrows up to the domain. Explosive arrows. Fuck yeah, domain. Fuck you. You lied to me. Use the edge right there. It's right there. Oh, that. Can you imagine hear that? See you guys. I'm done for today. Done.